Good afternoon everyone. So it's been a long time, but I wanted to make this video for some time now, and so here we are. I came for a small ride here, not so great location I would say, and perfect place for adventure riding and having some fun. So today we are going to be talking about my long-term review on these boots. Now going back to 2019 odd, I would say. I've been riding motorcycles from 2017, but mostly I didn't have any touring gear when I started off. Obviously, just like everyone, I was slowly trying to invest on things, and that's when I started looking at motorcycle boots. Especially one of the primary reasons why I was looking for boots was because I wanted to do some cross country riding. I had an opportunity to go a little bit far across India, and I wanted a good safer option, and I was looking for really good boots, and there were two boots available at that time which were really good in the market. One was this Forma adventure boots, the one that you're looking at right now. The other one is Falco, which are also really good boots, but based on the reviews at that time and pricing point and safety concerns and everything, eventually I ended up getting these, and safe to say I have used this for close to 40,000 kilometers, I guess, and yeah, these were bought in 2020, early 2020 or end of 2019, around November to December. So a lot of wear and tear, but they have served me really well, and in this video I hope to help you with the information on this, so that if you are interested in these boots, hopefully this information is helpful for you. Let's talk about some positives of this shoe. These shoes, they do look very firm, but these are very comfortable on your feet post break-in. It feels like a normal shoe. It adapts to all kinds of leg movements. So that's the basic necessity or need people look for when they go for any kind of good comfortable shoe for long ride and long range touring, right? So even though these look firm and thick in nature, there are good points where automatically, based on the way you break in the shoes, the shoe basically sits really well and adapts to your leg movements really well. So if you see this shoe right here, so it has got this crease pattern over here. I'm not sure if you can see it, but this is mostly this has come mostly because of the break-in, and you can see one crease pattern over here as well, and same thing. So if I'm using this shoe and if I bend my foot like this in the front, that's the natural movement when I'm walking here and there, or even when I'm riding sometimes. But yeah, so with break-in, it's definitely much more comfortable once it adapts to your legs. Let's also talk about the kind of protection impact points that are present on this shoe. The first thing is this point. This is sort of on the right side of your foot. This is a right side shoe, and this is a very hard point, and this really helps a lot when you are trying to basically tap your leg and try to get through those stretches where you have some off-road sections, and you don't really have to worry a lot about those rocks, you know, sort of bumping onto your feet or damaging your legs or even causing any kind of injury, right? So this is really good impact absorption point. So there is this on the top which really helps with your gear shifting and everything. So it is a really good hard layer that has been stitched on top. But there are no really complaints as such with respect to stitching anywhere. All the stitching is intact even after 5 odd years, I would say, and mostly the wear and tear is what you can see visibly on the shoe, and it's looking a bit dirty, but mostly because I've been to a recent off-road ride. But Yeah, and there's one more impact point here which it really protects. This is the shin protector, and it's pretty long, so it starts all the way from here and it goes till here. There's a good impact absorption protector present here. There's one for your I don't know what this is called, but there's one good impact protection point here. And overall, right, so if you see this shoe itself, all the materials that have been used in this shoe are nothing is flimsy, nothing is cheap, so everything is pretty durable, well neatly stitched out, I would say, and decently thick enough. It provides decent ventilation as well, and it also provides all kinds of comfort along with waterproof capabilities. The shoe itself is very, very heavy duty, so yeah, it's a pretty good designed shoe, I would say. One more beautiful thing that I really like a lot about these shoes are these are 100% waterproof. So you can see the layer in here which is Dritex, which comes till here, and if you ensure that the water layers that you are, or water levels that you will be walking in or going in with these shoes only come till here, then you are sort of 100% waterproof, and your legs will never be submerged in water, or no water will actually enter inside the shoe. Now this has been tested thoroughly by me. I have used these shoes in snow conditions. I've used these shoes across many water crossings as well. There has never been an instance where water has actually entered the shoe, so that's definitely a very good plus point. You don't really have to worry a lot, I would say, especially in rain riding. I have done one ride where I was riding for 4 days continuously in rain, and feet were really not my worry, because you can definitely understand how irritating it can be if your feet start to get wet, especially the socks. So yeah, definitely not a worry with this shoe. Now let's talk about the next beautiful thing. This shoe has a really thick heel here, you can see that, and it has really good grooves here which help you get those foot pegs properly adjusted into those points when you are doing good amount of stretches, right? And this really help you a lot even in situations where you are trying to go for off-road. Mind you, these are not off-road shoes, but these are good shoes to get into off-road and start with something, and eventually invest in something much more expensive and something that is made for off-road. So let me give you a small demonstration. And so this is how you place your shoe right here. So I have removed these foot peg pads which come on the top. Especially for off-roads, it's helpful with the grip. Now once you place your shoe like this, or even if you like to ride on the balls of your feet while you're off-roading, this is a really good grip point, and it doesn't move, so it really latches on really well, and that's very confidence inspiring, I would say. And the more movement of the bike happens in the foot pegs part, so this is really comforting and really flexible if you can keep your feet like this. So it's really good anchor point on your bike, right? So it boosts a lot of confidence when you are doing long ranges on this. And one more amazing advantage of having this kind of a thick heel is definitely helps you with added height when you are doing when you are planning to ride bikes which are taller in nature. So for example, this is 390 Adventure older edition. There's a new edition now, but this is a seat height of about 855 mm, as most of you guys already know, I assume. So definitely having this extra heel is a good added benefit. Helps you really well and makes your feet planted, which you can't really do on this bike. Talk about this small piece here, right? This is a small reflective layer, and you can see that even though it's very small, the reflection capabilities of this is really good, and it comes into picture especially when you are doing night riding, because your feet, you go like this on the foot pegs, and this pretty much, if you have saddlebags, that's still okay with reflective liners, but if you don't have saddlebags, these are the sort of like one of the widest points on the bike, and having this reflective layer is a good added safety thing that they have done here on the sports. Let's also talk about these clips right here, right? So these clips are plastic clip-on sort of things that you can use, and you can adjust these based on your comfort. There is good amount of adjustability available here, so let me try to demonstrate that to you. so you can decrease or increase the tightness that you want on your leg. And same thing here. So there are three strap-ons here which really help with the kind of tightness it gives on the shoe. The shoe doesn't feel flimsy when you are wearing it, especially the snow boots. If you try to wear them, you shouldn't compare these with snow boots. These are really well adjustable, so you can get a really good firm grip on your shoe, which is not really tight and not really loose as well, which makes it very, very comfortable on the ride. Let's talk about the negative point of these shoes that I didn't really like. I wouldn't say these are major negatives per se, but 2 points just to add so that you have sort of a disclaimer on the shoes or FYI sort of thing. First thing is, these shoes are definitely heavy. You need to get used to these shoes. The kind of protection and everything they have bonded into this shoe, and even the kind of heel and everything, the heavy duty nature of these, definitely these are heavy. You don't really, or you can't really do treks or anything as such in these shoes, but what you can do is you can do a small nature trail here and there, light trails when you're going on your bike. Say if you want to stop your bike and just take a small hike, you can still do that. These are pretty forgiving in that sense, but these are not your trekking shoes, or these are not your daily shoes which you can use continuously, because each step you take you need to basically sort of lift the shoes, and these are pretty heavy in that sense. That is the first thing. And the second thing I would say is it's not specific to shoe, but because these shoes are very tall, this length is pretty tall, so first thing is you need to be very careful about the riding pants you get. If you are into touring and if you want this to go into your riding pants, or if you want your riding pants to come outside, that is say so, in that case just be very careful. Take your shoes and verify that these are sitting in really well on your legs, right? Or if you like to wear these shoes outside, that is still okay. It's not really a big problem, I would say. But the second thing that's a little bit of a problem, I would say, with these shoes are now that the shoes are pretty big in size. Say if you want to slap on a rain cover or something because of rain that you are riding through, in those instances, right, so it's not really easy to barge in your shoes into the pant if there is no long zipper present on your pants. So most of the times what I had to do was I had to take off my pant zippers, I had to take off my shoes first of all, and I had to basically get these shoes out, then wear the rain liner, then wear my shoes. I think it's time to close this video with a small verdict on the shoes as to who should be getting these boots. And I would say, if you are into long ride touring and if you are looking for some kind of good premium shoes with really good protection, then these should be in your radar as one of your options, because these really serve those purpose well. Buy them, use them, and just forget about everything else, right? So that's one primary thing to think about. The second thing is it's also a good starting shoe to use along with your touring, to have some basic adventure riding here and there, to get started into the off-road segment, because even though these are not proper off-road shoes, these do have some good protection built into them, so it will help you with getting those beginner trails and beginner level confidence on the bike, especially if you are into adventure riding. These are also very comfortable on highways, as I said, with all the nature of flexibility it does possess on the shoe. So definitely if you are into long range touring, it's a really good add-on. It's a really comfortable shoe to also think about. So if you are someone who is looking for a premium shoe, who has a good budget of around 27 to 30k, I think that's what is the price range right now. And if you are looking for something which is really reliable, I'd say go for this and you should be sorted. Thanks for taking time and being till here and watching till the end of the video. I really do appreciate it. If you did like the video, do share a thumbs up and hopefully I'll bump into you on the road someday. Cheers.